Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Another Valerie Maud original masterpiece. Love her artwork. I've got several of her pieces that I have been rotating on the wall there. I know it's really busy. I know you guys are going to find yourself mesmerized and sink into that painting, but hey, why not in these times? Okay, entertainment only. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading is oh gosh, again, where on earth does one start? I want to have a look at the MBS phone call that Vindman, Representative Vindman, has come out talking about. Eugene Vindman, uh, the representative in Virginia, and Jamie Raskin of Maryland. So at the time of the phone call, during the Orange Twerp's first regime, Vindman was actually serving as a lawyer on Trump's National Security Council, where his duties included reviewing the presidential communications with foreign leaders. So Vindman knows what is in this phone call. I suspect it's classified, which is why he can't simply release it on the floor of Congress. But he knows what is in that call, and he has called it highly disturbing, a call in 2019 between the Orange Twerp and MBS, who US intelligence agencies say ordered MBS, ordered Khashoggi's murder back in, and I'm looking for the date of Khashoggi's murder. It was around that time anyhow. So what I want to have a look at, because there are so many little pieces of string that are getting connected here, I want to have a look at that phone call and just see where it leads to. Um, I'm just looking at my notes here on the side here. The Orange Twerp came out and basically said Khashoggi deserved to be murdered, which is just absolutely despicable. I mean, he didn't say it in so many words, but he said it in a roundabout manner. As I said, there's a lot of string connections that are happening, and a few of you are asking me also, why isn't this regime already been destroyed, as a lot of us readers have been saying? And I'm just going to put it out there because there is more information that is coming out literally every day. More information is coming out. For example, I believe Twitter, now known by that sort of cross in the sand type symbol, had implemented a little app on, or whatever it was, implemented something on their platform that showed you exactly where an account originated from and how many times an account had changed names over so many years, etc. And oh, whoops! As almost as quickly as it was implemented, it was ripped back off again, because a lot of the US influencer channels were shown to originate either in Russia or India or in the Middle East somewhere, in the Middle East or in the Far East. So yes, they weren't US influencers at all. So that was really interesting, and I think news about that has spread like wildfire. So what is happening with every day? More information is coming out that is uh, um, breaking apart the cult, and also waking up people to this particular worldwide regime. This is interesting. We've got, as I split the deck, we've got the Nine of Cups, but this is very much my plotting in the back corners of the tavern, so to speak, about the government. So I don't think that feature was actually an oops at all. I think it was a deliberate uh, put up there, and just as quickly deliberate take back down again. Oh, and that was 444 when I said that. So what I'm going to have a look at, I'll have a look first up at the MBS phone call. One of my beautiful viewers also pointed out, because I would mention the Tate brothers the other day in a post on my post section. So go to maighstirtarot or the pink circle under any video. It'll take you to the main page and you'll find the post section. About links between the Orange Twerp and the Tate brothers, and how the Orange Twerp interfered in seizing information, seizing electronic devices from the Tates, etc. yeah, interfered, Two of Cups, contracts, agreements, etc. But the wheel of fortune is turning. But they made the link, Romania. There is just so many pieces of string, red string on this corkboard that I can't actually see the string anymore. Made the connection that the Tate brothers were arrested in Romania for trafficking. And oh, gee, shock, horror, where was EK? You know who I'm talking about when I say EK. Her adoption agency that was outed for trafficking as well. Just more links, more links. It's so intertwined that it's going. When I say it's going to take a decade, it's not the change isn't the fall and the rebuild isn't going to take a decade. It's the unpicking. Now, to be honest, the unpicking is going to go for decades. For example, with Marjorie Taylor Greene, her insider trading. Yes, we all know she did it, but she's just low on the priority list. She will eventually get um, charged with insider trading, but it's not going to be a top priority. But things like this MBS phone call, etc. And yes, another name came out. That's what I'm saying. Every day that passes, new name. So what's his name? Biss Driscoll, Dan Driscoll, Shady Vance allied. Higgs might be wanting to just check his retirement possibilities there. But what I want to have a look at, using the Runic Tarot and have my cheat sheet out, this phone call between the Orange Twerp and MSB, Muhammad, whatever his name is, Muhammad. Okay, that fell out. This phone call. What do we need to know about this phone call? What do we need to know about this phone call? It's one of those, it's almost hard to know where to start because the links are so intertwined, because Witkoff and Dmitry, who I'll have a look, Dmitrev, who I'll have a look later, Kirill with their secret meeting in Miami, they've all got connections with Saudi Arabia as well. And Kushner was in at that meeting. And who's Kushner got connections with? Oh, just. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. This phone call. Let's zero in on this phone call. Zero on this phone call. What do we need to know about this phone call? Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Sorry it's taken so long to get a card out. Right. Okay, this phone call. The signifier of it was the Ace of Pentacles, protecting, financial as well, something financial discussion, but this is very much about putting up a shield of protection. Okay, thank you. And we know, yes, so this was a discussion. What I'm getting from this, it was a discussion, but this is during his first term when he actually had some marbles about him. The Orange Twerp, and remember who he had. He had the Kushners and all the rest of it in as his advisors, literally in the White House, although Kushner did not qualify for a security clearance. And we know that Khashoggi was doing an investigation into the Kushner family and the Kushner ties, which were very, very dubious. So the conversation was about protection, about protecting just get money and protection. That's all I can say about the felon regime protecting the Saudis in regards to this. Making it go away is what I heard. However, the challenge is it will not go away. The Fool card. The challenge, the Fool card, it is not going to go away. Vindman saw the transcript. He knows what is in the transcript, and he's not going to give up on pushing for this transcript to be released. Okay, the Knight of Swords. Yep, we have the energy that this is stewing in at the moment, the Knight of Swords energy. We have a challenger on our side who is not afraid to charge in and bring forward the truth. Hang on a sec, that if you can hear some buzzing, that's my phone. I'll just turn it off. There we go. Sorry. Knight of Swords. Yep, there is truth to be brought forward, and the defender on our behalf is not afraid to bring this truth forward. Okay, in the past, the Chariot card. It's my military card. Why is that in the past? It's also about movement forward, chaotic movement forward, or simply bringing forward. Now, apparently reports are coming out that ever increasingly military personnel are seeking private law advice. We know that the Orange Twerp gutted JAG about 6 months ago. So, and the six Democrat veterans, and I'm going to call them veterans, have come forward with their reminder video. Laurie from The Way of Positive Change did a reading on this over the weekend as part of her hour-long multi-subject reading, and it was very, very disturbing about the safety of these representatives, senators or congresspeople or whatever. Yeah, very concerning. So please, please, please surround them in protective light if you can. We've got the Chariot bringing forward slowly of information. I mean, this is a call. It was 2019. What's that, 6 years ago? Okay, let's see where it goes. Ooh, the Hanged Man. Crowning the reading, the Hanged Man. Being seen from a different point of view can also mean that something is paused. Can also mean someone is sacrificed here. And I'm not saying it's Vindman. The Hanged Man. Let's see where this goes. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Okay. Legal restriction. Vindman might find himself. Okay, right. Okay. I'm just hearing that there's going to be an order come out for to set the DOJ on Vindman for this. Okay. Five of Pentacles externally, because it will be devastating if it's released. Okay, internally, the secret money deals. Yeah, this ties in with the Ace of Pentacles. The secret deals done behind the scenes with the Three of Pentacles there. Not just money deals, but it was shortly after this happened that Kushner got the was it $2 billion? Oh gosh. Okay, the $2 billion investment. I just got that the $2 billion, was it $2 billion from the Saudis investment fund, was in exchange for protection by the Orange Twerps regime. This is so convoluted. Okay, yeah. This is my treason card. Now, it doesn't need to be actual treason, but it is morally treasonous actions in the hopes and fears. Because what happened, this phone call, right. I don't have words for it because you know what I'm getting at. If it's revealed, it is pretty much a treasonous phone call. Because we know the Orange Twerp and all those associated with him are not working on behalf of the United States people. Right, the outcome, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, an ending of oligarchical, but this is also my rape and pillage card. Legacy, ending of a legacy. Let's see where this goes. Knight of Pentacles, information about money. Look at these money cards coming forward, and the Nine of Swords that is going to turn into a nightmare situation. And then we've got the Six of Swords. So this is legal nightmare as information about the money comes forward. And this is could be my flee card, fleeing card. Okay, just seeing what else is there. So are we going to learn the phone call? So this tells me that they're going to try and stop Vindman from, it's like sicking Bondi onto, go get him girl, onto Vindman. Tell me about, is Vindman going to release? Again, it's just don't have words for how corrupt and intertwined this is. Now, you've got to remember, this has been happening since Nixon days. Witkoff has Nixon connections. I'm just putting that out there. Witkoff, when his career started, and he worked for the law firm that had connections to Nixon. So, boy, oh boy, let's have a look. Vindman. Let's have a look. Vindman. Is Vindman going to release, or what's going to happen with Vindman? Eugene Vindman. Oh boy. So, signifier card here is the Ace of Wands. Fiery new energy coming out, fiery new beginning coming out here, fiery message. Challenged by the Eight of Pentacles, working out how to do it. It's also money trails. Oh, Kushner is neck deep. Actually, he's further than neck deep. He's up to his blimmin' nostrils in this. The money trail. Money trail. Oh, gosh. This is why it's hard to do individual readings, because it's so intertwined. There's information now come out that Goldman Sachs fully involved with Witkoff and Dimitrov. And we've got JP Morgan Chase involved in EPS. It's just a nightmare situation. But Congress have demanded the financial statements. So fiery new information coming forward, challenged by the money trail with the Eight of Pentacles. It's worldwide. The energy that this is stewing in, it is, first of all, it brings about an ending of an era, and we are in an ending of an era. You only have to look at what happened with Mamdani heading to the Oval Office. That in itself is incredibly fascinating, and I'll have a talk about that as well. But yeah, this is ending of an era, but this is also worldwide connections. In the past, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, internal money. Is Vindman going to bring this out? It's also feminine energy, doesn't need to be a female. Exposing this. Let's see where this goes. Ten of Wands. So it looks like the Ten of Pentacles, but it's not. It's the Ten of Wands. So the energy over this at the moment, the Ten of Wands, it is bringing about, again, the ending of a cycle that is incredibly burdensome, but planting the seeds for the next era. of something that an amazing situation and justice coming. Okay. So I'm asking about Vindman. Justice. Oh, look at these major arcana. The World, the Star, and Justice. 3 huge major arcana here. This is about hope, healing, protection against evil, end of an era, and internally the Ace of Swords. So we started with the Ace of Wands, the information, and the Ace of Swords, hopes and fears, exposing the Five of Cups, exposing the absolute disregard for life corruption that is going to be really emotionally hard for to be understood. But this is the disregard for human life, the hopes and fears. That's what it's going to expose. The indolent, couldn't care less. Right, we've got the Hermit, the outcome, the Hermit, strength, and the Two of Wands. Investigation, strengthen the investigation about the plans. And then we've got the King of Wands energy stepping forward, Vindman himself. So this is very much about bringing forward a plan that is still under construction and then stepping forward with the information. Oh boy, I did ask about Vindman himself. So we've then got on the bottom, we've got Temperance, the Come Hither, the Ten of Pentacles. I think this is exposing the oligarchical rape and pillaging, the Fool, the Emperor, bringing down the wrath and the emotional overwhelming. They just keep going. The Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow, but target on the back. The Hanged Man, the planning, and the Nine of the dark money behind the scenes. It always leads back to the money. And then the Nine of Wands, about the guardrails, the guardrails holding. We've got the Emperor, new journey, Fool, ending, target on his back. Not Vindman. This is in regards to this oligarchical money. I think this Temperance card is about bipartisan light being brought to this situation. Okay. This phone call is the transcript of this phone call. Okay, let's have a look. Just a couple of cards. Is the DOJ going to attack Eugene Vindman? Is the DOJ going to try and attack Eugene Vindman in regards to his call for this transcript to be released? He's seen it. He knows what's in it. He knows it's absolutely horrific. Is the DOJ going to try and attack Vindman? Oh, they're thinking about it. They don't want to. They're thinking about it. King of Swords, bringing forward legal action. And then we have the World card, end of a cycle. If they do, it's really going to backfire on them, is what I'm getting. Page of Cups, because the discovery will be released about Three of Wands, the conversation. If they do, they're sort of caught between a rock and a hard place with that Four of Cups, because if they do, the actual transcript will be released, is what I'm getting there. Yeah, the Hierophant, the action, and yeah, there's the transcript itself, the Ace of Pentacles, and investigation into the just evilness of it all. the devil in the past being fully revealed with the Sun card. We've then got the Chariot, again my military, King of Cups, Biden's message as the High Priestess secrets are revealed, the hidden agenda. Oh man, Star, Sword, Russia, Emperor, you name it, it's on the bottom. Oh, oh. The Four of Swords, that Four of Cups, they're in this damned if they do, damned if they don't situation. The order, I think, yes, attack Vindman, but I think those who have half a brain between them know that if they do, the transcript itself will be part of the discovery and will come out. Speaking of court cases, I just posted an update about Albrego Garcia, and the DOJ there is absolutely floundering, however you like to put it, making an absolute ass of themselves, and the judge is absolutely calling it up. Let's see how this plays. That's Bindi. In case you heard that, it's Bindi chasing a stick on the beach. I suspect there's been a go get 'em ordered against Vindman, but damned if they do and damned if they don't, because this transcript is, if I say treasonous, it's not treasonous as in the official legal treasonous constitution version, but it is absolutely treasonous. Okay, let's see how this plays. Yeah, very quickly about Mamdani. Read a really interesting article. It was just something that passed my feed on social media about the reason why the Orange Twerps seem to be in this adoration of Mamdani. And basically what it was that Mamdani was not feeding him anything that he can emotionally connect to. Adoration, fear, anger, power control, anything like that. Whenever the Orange Twerp tried to bring up something that would either put him in a powerful position against Mamdani or threaten him or anything along those lines, Mamdani did not react. Poker face. And what happened is that the Orange Twerp, because he's so shallow, he had nothing to feed off. And that's why he sort of went into this blank look of adoration or something. It's very much about if you observe body language and you have two people together and one of them may be in perhaps a more higher level of authority or control or power, what you often find is the second person will imitate the first person, whether it's crossed arms or hands on hips or legs crossed or whatever. You find that they mirror back. And that what was happening is that because the Orange Twerp was not in the higher position, in fact, he was quite significantly lower, then Mamdani's self-control and sense of self-worth and depths of integrity in person, the Orange Twerp found himself basically mirroring back, but on a increased scale. Now, I'm not saying Mamdani was fawning over Trump or anything like that. He was, the Orange Twerp was falling back onto his very hard to explain. The Orange Twerp was falling back on his demented go-to. I'll just put it that way. And you'll notice afterwards there was a photograph of him snapped in a black overcoat with a maroon scarf. Very, very unusual for the orange twerp. The overcoat looked about 3 sizes too large for him. Again, this was part of this mirroring back of somebody who was in a more powerful position than he was. Interestingly enough, didn't head to Mar-a-Lago, his so-called summer White House. I think he's hanging around near Walter Reed for particular reasons. And interestingly enough, with the rally happening in DC, one would have expected him to flee, but he didn't. So interesting times that we are in, and very much a struggle happening within the White House for control, especially in regards to Don Driscoll being sent to Ukraine. So I'll have a look at that in a moment. Okay, catch you later. Bye bye.